Williams Brothers Rubus Grapefruit IPA.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I was in Aldi today and I picked up a can of the Rubus Grapefruit IPA from the Williams Brothers. I've just reviewed the Williams Brothers, was it the Orangey Pale Ale? Honestly, I got calmed down. I got to fucking stop ranting and raving, but that was a real disappointment. It was. I deliberately, sorry for going into one on this, but it needs to be said. I deliberately went into Aldi because somebody said, I think it was one of the subscribers, said there was some good beers or beers being available in Aldi. Now, the beers that he said was available weren't there, but they had some new Williams Brothers. Now, I didn't mind the Williams Brothers stuff, and I remember going up to the shelf where all the beers were, and I saw their own brand. You know, I don't even know if it's the Hazelwood, it's their craft beer in cans and all that. And I thought, no, I'm not going to try that because I've tried some of your shit before. I know where it's brewed, and it's dog shit. And I'm not just going to fucking buy beer so I can rant and rave and tell everyone how shit it is. Take it from me, it's crap, right? But I just thought, I'm not going to put myself through it because it's a waste of my time and it's a waste of your time. It's just pointless. It's crap beer, right? So I thought, oh, I'll get some of this, right? And I've just tried the orange stuff, and that tasted like one of the cheapo supermarket brands. And Williams Brothers are a reasonably good brewery, or they were, but I'm having doubts now. Now I've got a second. It's a second flavoured IPA, and what it reminded me of, it had 5 different malts. Admittedly, 3 of them were wheat, oats, and rye. They're classed as malts, even though they are adjuncts. Technically, they're classed as malts because the yeast feed off them, etc., etc. Anyway, the hops was in all American hops: Cascade, Chinook, Mosaic, and a couple of others as well. Can't remember the others. And you think, wow, this is going to be something special, and for the price, this is going to be brilliant. What they've done is they've bunged a load of it in, and I'm convinced, I could be wrong, but I'm convinced it's the fucking scrapings off the floor that they've just thought, well, fuck it, we'll just throw it in and call it that, and we will just drown, because it must taste like absolute dog shit like that. But what they've done is they've just thrown a load of orange juice in it just to disguise that and called it an orange infused IPA. And it is the brewing equivalent of polishing a turd, or rolling it in glitter at least. And I bought 3 cans. I've got elderflower and lime, I think, downstairs. I fucking dread. That'll be a spectacle. You watch me, right? And I may well die in that one from a fucking coronary, ranting and raving about that. Who the fuck puts elderflower in beer? That's that music. But this is a grapefruit IPA, and if they put grapefruit juice in it, I'm going to... Let's have a look, see what's in this can. Right, it's 5.5% IPA. It is in a 330ml can. It is Rubus Grapefruit IPA. Rubus is a classic IPA. Right, now what is a classic IPA? To me, a classic IPA is a British IPA. Yeah? Okay. Enhanced by a natural burst of grapefruit flavour. Refreshing and bitter to the end. Well, anything about the hops you're using? Anything about the ingredients? Nope. Oh God, this has got fucking bad news written all over it. Rule of thumb. No, no, I'm not gonna start ranting and raving until I've tasted it, right? And then I will let rip if it's bad. Let's see what's in the can. Fucking hell, this smells surprisingly like the last one. Right, it's Grapefruit IPA. I'm getting orangey notes on it. Right, calm down. Calm down, calm the fuck down. This could be the best beer you've ever tasted. Right. There it is in the glass. It is a dark golden colour, or a golden colour, very clear. That has been filtered to within an inch of its life. There is hardly any carbonation that I can see. Or maybe there's a little bit, very light carbonation, half finger head on the nose. All I'm smelling is that orange. And I'm wondering, I've cleaned the glass out because I had the orange in there before, but I was getting orange out of the can. Right, okay. Reserve judgment till I've tasted it. Let's see what it tastes like. Wish me luck. I think they're taking the piss. I've just tried the blood orange, and I seriously doubted myself. I smelt orange there, but when I got it in the glass, there was even more orange, and I thought it was because I've had the blood orange IPA in this glass before. But I did clean it out. I've poured that in now. I'm getting exactly the same flavour with a little bit of grapefruit on top. It's not my imagination. They are taking the fucking piss. That is what I've just drunk. That is what I've just drunk, but just been put in another can, and I don't know whether they've added something to it. The orange isn't as strong, but it's definitely the same. It's blood orange. And this is a different fucking can. You dirty bastards. If you want to try this, and you can, get yourself down to Aldi, buy a can of this, buy a can of the blood orange IPA, the grapefruit and the blood orange. Compare the two. If you think they're different, then I'm going to give up reviewing beer because I can't taste the difference. Right, I could be wrong here, but they may have got a batch mixed up, or may have just poured the wrong stuff in there, or what. But there's blood orange in this, and there's some really cheap malt that's gone into that. And they're just taking the fucking rise. They really are. It's exactly the same. Well, I'm not going to say anything more about the taste. If you want any more, indications of what it tastes like, look at the review for the blood orange, because it's exactly the same. And the reason I'm getting wound up is because I've just bought two cans. I bought that and that. Yeah, it was about, I can't even remember. It was, so for argument's sake, just say it was £2. I've just spent £4 on two beers that taste exactly the same, and they're shit. But I suppose it served me right for thinking that you can get decent beer from a cut price supermarket from a craft brewer. You can go to Morrison's, you can get some fucking crackers. You can get some like Northern Monk stuff, which is top of the tree stuff. And then you get the Williams Brothers. I thought these was all right. I had a bad one, that Frock, that wasn't nice. It just didn't taste of anything. Now I've got these two. These taste like cut price, cheap supermarkets. If you tasted the Hazelwood range, this is nothing special. This honestly, this is on a par. Possibly even worse. No, I'd say it's worse because at least the fucking Hazelwood stuff tastes a little different. It might be different shit, but it's still different. This is just the same shit in two different fucking cans. Bollocks. Fuck that. You are taking the fucking piss. Oh, why? Why? You know, this was supposed to be relaxing. What's the verdict? See these? Do you know what? There's one thing, right? There's one thing I cannot stand, and it's the feeling that someone has got one over on me, right? And that's the feeling I'm getting from this, right? I don't know whether the Williams Brothers are banking on people not trying the two beers at the same time, but that's what I've done, and these fuckers have been rumbled. You're putting the same shit in the two different cans. You may have put some grapefruit on top of that, but it's basically the same. You put a load of blood orange in both of them. That's just drowned out any flavour whatsoever. Mind you, that might have been a good thing because from what I can get of the malts, they taste fucking cheap and not very good. It's another fucking, you know, your kids emptied his fucking soft drink into your beer. Bollocks. A 0 out of 10. I'm going to give you a 0 out of 10 because, not only because it's tasting bad, but you're taking the piss as well. So that's a 0 out of 10. Don't buy it. And remember, I'm not drinking this shit, so you don't have to.